Hey, what's live, guys? Hey, them, how am I always first, says Mr. Rain Brian. What's up? Oh, okay, let me jump out of here. I'm like reading stuff. All right, we cannot be reading stuff while we are jumping on the stream. Just check to see if you were live. We're live! Woohoo! What should the stream title be? Compooter. Show me 2 Pokemon cards. Nice. All right. Live card shop. All right, that'll be the title for the moment. Compooter. Let's jump over here. We're going live for Thursday daytime. It's perfect outside, by the way. Like 72 degrees, kind of perfect, with sunshine that's warm but not harsh. Wow, I shouldn't even be streaming. I should just take the whole day off. But here I am. All right, so let's see. I got people talking to me in the other Discord server. They're trying to do some moderating over there. Beckett, general inquiry. Let's see. Oh, that didn't really answer my question. Let me respond to this email. So, was it even a real submission? Or do I have no cards with you from that one? All right, let me hit save. Doobie 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 doo. Let's see. Here's an ad. Here's an ad. Delete. We're deleting some emails as we do. Collaboration opportunity with JP fans. Nope, I'm out of that. Meow, 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 meow. Well, this is like one of the best songs I've ever heard in my whole life. How close is Destin Rivals? I think it's at 10. There we go. That's pinned. Let's turn on the iPad. Oh, man, it's nice outside. What are we doing inside, guys? It ain't right. Mister's always teasing us. How close is the Destin Rivals box? So, we've done that. We've pinged the Discord. Now I think it's time to get to work on the stream. Well, here we are. We got some more sleeves here. Put these sleeves into the box. The box was running low on the sleeves. Yesterday was Wednesday, and it was pretty busy. It was a pretty busy day. It was Jeff Leon's birthday. He went kind of deep in the daytime stream. And the nighttime stream rolled around, and that was busy. We went for like 4 hours, almost. So I think our stream time yesterday was over 6. Actually, I'd have to add it up. I'd have to go look. We might have ended the daytime early, actually, so it might have come out to exactly 6 hours. But yeah, it was a full stream yesterday. What was interesting was we were busy from the beginning to the end. There was no slowdown at any point. There was no slowdown. There it goes. We were busy. I think there's only one spot left in the jumbo pack break again. Isn't that right? All right. We got a lot of slabs left to sell. I can see them in our boxes. And yet, it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to last us. You know, because I looked into the tag grading, and our tag grading's still in the early stages, right? And then PSA still got us in assembly for our 2 submissions for that. Seems like we could run low on slabs in a minute here. At the rate we go through them, we got some great slabs. Got to be careful with the 9s channel right now, by the way, Mr. Ivan. I've been stealing from it and not deleting the images. All right. I haven't stolen too much, though, but a couple of them I did take. Okay. Mewtwo full art, please. Ooh. Wow, this music's so nice. This is what made Minecraft so popular, the music, in my mind. Look at that Victini. Hot. Look at that save for the Nazgul. Hot. Look at that Zatu. Hot. Poor Zatu. Nobody wants you, Zatu. So let's hit refresh on the website. Get the website refreshed. And there we go. Okay, it's all up to date. Where's my drink? I want my drinky drink. Oh, it's almost empty. I should have brought a fresh one in here. Desiree was actually 11 spots, 9 remaining. Bye, bye, bye. You know what? We had a 3-way gym break last night that went off, and that was really fun. I told people I'd run that again if you wanted. Let me show you guys where to go. Or is it even here? No, it's not here. Okay. Well, you guys will want to smash that like button today because, look, I left 2 spots left on this box. So you guys are able to get 2 spots in this giveaway box from Miss Sarah Dewsbury. And then somebody's getting a whole box. Also, for people who are considering a first-time purchase, this is still available. This is a first-time giveaway hosted by Ivan Rodriguez. And it's actually kind of a cool idea. It's one that I contemplated myself hosting one of those. Let me go grab another box of this. So this filled up so fast yesterday, I figured I might as well offer it twice. Oh, my God, dude. There's so little walking room over here. So easy to trip. I did trip the other day. I tripped down the stairs a little bit. Not like on my butt or anything, but I like lost my balance and had to stomp my foot down. And man, I kind of twisted my ankle a little bit. Yeah. I liked and sued. Mr. Obsidian Flames went up. Check your prices. Thanks for the update, man. Let's go take a look. You know, prices are moving so rapidly these days, I just cannot keep up with it. I cannot keep up. Let's try Obsidian Flames Booster Bundle. Let's start there, okay? Booster Bundle. What is this music? This is new Minecraft music, isn't it? Boy, his computer's running real slow. Can I close some stuff? Let me close this. Let me close this. Let me close this. I think we could close this too. Okay, we're closing all that. All right, good. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, I see a pretty expensive booster bundle. Oh my God, dude. And now let me check a booster box. All right. Booster box looking a little more reasonable, actually, than the booster bundle. Oh, it is. The booster box is cheaper than the booster bundle. All right. Cool. How did that happen? I always try to let you know. You know, I ought to put you on a giveaway or something for letting me know. Because this valuable information, if you catch something on the menu that's really underpriced, and you help me fix that, that should be like an automatic entry into the giveaway or something. Oh, you know, I've talked about that before, though. You know, I've talked about how... Should I get more of it, you think? What do you guys think? Should I keep Obsidian Flames on the menu? Let's do it. Let's see. I mean, technically, it's a Charizard set. It says here I should want to offer it at about $14.50 per pack. Let me check over here as well. Yeah, I would grab more Obsidian Flames. It's a solid set. It's kind of a set that back in the day wasn't really appreciated, in my opinion. Like, people did not care about it. And here we are in the future. Yeah, it's up 24%. You're right. It is up 24% over time. But especially in the beginning of April, it has jumped about 10%. Cool. I just, you know, that's sort of like a price analysis. I wish I could, like, pay somebody a little bit to be my price analysis person and not actually ask the audience to do it. I almost feel like Mike's side should fulfill that role Because what Mike's side should do is he should do a price analysis, then he should make a video out of the price analysis, and then I should pay him for feeding me that information. All right. So one last time, let me look at it with taxes. Divided by this number, divided by this number. Yeah, it says I could probably do 14 actually. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some more Obsidian Flame. It's a cool set. I really do think it's kind of an underappreciated set. It's one that people sort of dismissed a long time ago, and we're way in the future now. And so let's go ahead and update our menu. Our Obsidian Flame was sitting at $11, and it's moving all the way up to $14. And now we're going to edit it on the website as well. I want to enter the giveaway. Yeah, Mike's side, happy to help, says Mr. Tyler. Thanks, Tyler. Hold on. Obsidian. There we go. English Obsidian Flames. We're going to do a quick edit on that one. Now, you know what that means, right, guys? The current the current Jumbo Pack break has an Obsidian Flames pack in it. And that means it's at kind of an advantageous price, you know? A little bonus in there. It's not a big bonus, I guess. It's just one pack. It's not like a whole box of it. All right, there we are. Welcome, guys, to the Thursday stream. Who even has any money left at this point? Does anyone have money left? Oh, my God. I feel like people have been going so hard on Pokemon for so long now. So this is a 3-way gym break for a whole box of Nihil Zero. And it's just a lot of fun. And one person joined it last night. And the minute he joined it, 2 more people jumped on. Because you have a chance to open the whole box for $34. But your odds are 1 in 3. This is a gym break. And if you win the gym break, it's worth 2 win spots. So it can fill out your gym break spot fast too. But this is a new set. And I just didn't get to see a lot of it open. And I'd love to see more of it opened. All right, now let's jump over here real fast. One of the cool things about it, if you look on our menu, it's one of the cheapest Japanese packs. There it is. Nihil Zero is a $3.50 pack, so it's just cheaper than virtually anything. Oh, except for base Scarlet. So we should run one for base Scarlet too. That'll be fun too. Now take a look at this packet of cards. What do you guys think this is worth? Like maybe like $5 maybe. Look, so we got a. I found this bulk Magikarp from 2023. That's cute. And then here's a little Badoo. Here's some EXs, a holo, a nice Pyroar EX, a little holo. Some of these Mario cards, including Mario himself. And then we got this promo. That could be worth a couple dollars. So there's a nice little chunk of cards. Now watch what we do with it. We're going to put it in here. There we go. The binder break is huge. The binder break has a lot of cards in it. It's actually pretty full. It's a lot of cards in the binder break. I feel like I could shuffle it almost. The binder break is getting pretty large. We got Mr. Hawk Camacho in there. We need 3 more people. This. That's not bad. You could take home all of this for $40. Okay. Oop. Oh my God. There's so much stuff here. Let's pick up this Badoo. I opened a box of Nihil the other week, got some nice hits to be fair. I was happy. So don't have much expendable to spend on Pokemon. Allows me to join the hobby without breaking the bank. Yeah, I mean, it's got Gengar in it. It's got Haunter in it. And those are just commons. And then it's got some really good ARs, actually. So people underestimate the set. You got to appreciate that it's very cheap. Okay, so people are like, oh, well, it doesn't have Gengar in it. Oh, it doesn't have Charizard in it. Yeah, but have you looked at those sets? They're so overwhelmingly expensive. You got to pay a really high premium to get into those sets. Not that there's anything wrong with them. They're good. They're good product. But again, like you're paying for that chance for the Charizard and chance for the Gengar. So you can enjoy some other product at a much lower price. Let's see this. Okay, good. That's just the guy responding to that. So we just sent in an order for some more Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flame restock. It's staying on the menu. The price is updated. Who was it that did that? That was Tyler TSL. Tyler, let's get you into something. What would we do for Mr. Tyler? What's a nice thing for Mr. Tyler, huh? Let me think about it, Tyler. So we could give you one of the 2 spots over here, but there's only 2 spots left, huh? put you in there. Why not? Don't matter to me. It just, there we go. So we got spot number 20 left, everybody. Spot number 20. Oh, yeah. Cool. If we end up having a slow Thursday daytime at all, one of the things we can work on as a group is we can continue rotating through the slabs. There's actually a lot of rotations to do. We're kind of behind on it because we received all those submissions back from tag rating. So there's still a lot of cards to rotate through. So like, look at this Parasect. Beautiful card. Here's a nice Raikou. Here's a nice Sandslash from the Classic Collection. Here's a nice Snorlax from Pokemon Go. Here's another Scolipede. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in here because we got too many Scolipedes apparently. Here's another Snorlax, but this one's for $50, so he's a little bit cheaper. Here's a Sudowoodo, which I don't think is going to sell. We're going to put him over here. Here's a nice Pikachu. So we got a lot of cool cards to look at. Some of them are on the cheaper side, but they're, you know, they're under $100, and that's part of the enticement of those sets. But why don't we go ahead and take a second and start showing off all the breaks. Okay, so we're going to show off all the breaks, all of them. First of all, we got the trade break. This is Vending Series Rapidash. There's only 2 spots left. You can buy in for $20, or you can just trade me cards you don't want. So that's a good time to get rid of some of your cards for a vintage card. Here's Mew 10. It's up to 4 out of 30 now. That's some serious progress, you know, because once he's halfway full, people start to turn their heads a little more toward it. Like, ooh. Here's the Mega Break. Shining Tyranitar 10. A really, really, really special card. Probably underpriced. Here is... This guy's halfway done, and this guy I think is more than halfway done. I think there's like 3 spots or 4 spots in the Fates Collide. He's actually really close. So those are the pack splits. Those are always very popular. Pack splits are cool because they give you access to like a vintage card, but at a much lower price. You could always just go buy a whole booster pack of it, but maybe you just want to have a little slice, have a little fun, you know. Here's Vaporeon. This is the consignment break. It's up to 3 out of 6. He is a vintage 9. He's a serious card. You know, you can put that card in your collection and keep it there. Here's the Hidden Legends Oddish. Look at that Oddish. So he's up to 2 out of 9. He's got my signature on it. I don't sign a lot of stuff. In an entire year, I might sign like 4 to 5 things. I don't sign a lot. And I do that on purpose so that when we do sign something, it's fun to acquire it. So there you go. Just like we got this Psyduck over here. He's a signature item too. But there's just not a lot of those. So it's fun to just have a couple items have my signature on it. And instead of going the other route where you sign everything, right? All right, so there are those. The binder break, obviously, you just saw me add a whole chunk of cards into the binder break. And it's looking thick, man. Looking like a nice fat binder break. We need 3 more people in there. We have the giveaway card for a first-time buyer. But also we have that giveaway. Oh, you know, we'll probably just put you in the giveaway slab. That's cool, too. And then I believe there's 3 people in here. Is there not? Oh, there's 2 people in here. Okay, I got it wrong. So there's 2 people in there. Now, some other items to talk about when it comes to breaks. We got this Nintendo game pack. Shadow Squad says, can I trade? Yes, sir. What's the name of your bag? Can you search my bag to get a spot in the Ponyta versus break? You're talking about the legendary Rapidash, or the vending Rapidash, right? That's Mr. Bryce? Yeah. So we got 6 people in here. We need 4 more. This is more than halfway done. This is for a whole box of Nintendo game packs. It's really cool. Go look the price up on eBay. There's absolutely no premium on this. We are selling it at the actual market price, so there's no premium at all. Some breaks have a premium. Did you know that? So, like, when I sell a card, I might go over the market price because I intend to restock it. Like this guy probably has a little premium on him if you go look him up, okay? But some things do not have a premium, and I think that makes them a little more exciting as a break. Now, here's another item. See, this one has a little premium on it, and I believe it's 11 out of 20. Destined Rivals. Don't you want to open this? This is very sexy. You can open it. You can leave it sealed. Honestly, if you open it, it's not like Evolving Skies where you're probably going to lose money. You might actually make money opening this because there's so many gradable cards in this set. It's beyond good. One of my absolute favorite sets. I love Destined Rivals. I've got so much of it. And I'm selling you 1 box of it for $800, knowing in the near future it's going to be $1,200. It's going to be $1,200 without it. Without even trying, that set's going to be $1,200. I already know it. My Pokemon card instincts are very good at this. All right, so let's see. We do have a big order in the queue, but I think Mr. Wolf wanted to trade into the Ponyta. Let's see what we can do about that. So we got some vending, some tops. I don't think those are going to be too tradable. Let me set this here. What we're looking for is for some stuff that I can put into like junk packs or something or another. Let's see. Oh, these guys are in the back here. Brady and Benjamin. Ugh, small bags. Here we go. We got a Bryce Wolf bag here. All right, Bryce. What do you got that you want to trade? Here's some Korean cards. Now, you could trade Korean cards, but it would take an awful lot of Korean cards to get up to $20. Here's a couple of those hollow Chinesians. Here's an AR. That's also Japanese. So this is a whole bunch of Korean cards. The thing is, Korean cards are just very cheap by their nature, right? That's why the booster pack prices are so low. So if you want to trade in Korean, it just takes a ton. Let's see. Here's another Japanese hollow. Some Topps cards. You got some more of these. You got this cute little Tyranitar. I'm a Tyranitar fan. You got these guys. Oh, those are in Korean. Korean. Okay. And you've got, what do we have here? Mr. Bryce. You got a lot. Here's some more hollows. Korean. Oh, that's Japanese. Trying to sort out what's what. I don't want to spend too much time on this. We're at the beginning of the stream, so we got to be careful here because it looks like you got a lot of stuff to sort through. Some bags, I'll say this, some bags take a while to get through. I want to trade cards, not packs. Oh, yeah? You want to trade cards, not packs? Me too, bro. I'm looking for some tradable stuff. What's this, a little hits bag? Looks like it is. Okay, here's some Lord of the Rings. Put this in your other bag, because you got some Lord of the Rings in that bag. Alright, so what do we got here? So you like the Korean cards. You get a nice chunk of them. I kind of don't want to take them from you, because on the one hand, you could trade them, but on the other hand, the problem is I'd have to take so many, it wouldn't feel very good. There it is. Let's see. I think you'd be better off just keeping them, even doing something with them. Maybe grading a couple of those up, like with the CGC or something. CGC, they got cheaper grading, you know. Okay, here's some Japanese, some English. There you go. So you have you have a limited version of the English and Japanese cards, which have a higher value per card. I might just keep them and grade a couple. Wolf, that Team Rocket's Houndoom is sick. I have like 10 of them. There we go. All right. So what are we looking to trade here? You need about $20 worth of stuff. What's this all about? You got Lily's Clefairy. I don't think you need that separated bag, so let's just squeeze these in here now. All right, so here's this bag. You ready? Lycanroc, some hollows, some EXs, Wheezing. What do you like? What don't you like in these piles? I don't need your poker card. I got like a gazillion poker cards. What do you like? What don't you like? We need to reach about 20. Now, most of these ARs, I value them around $4. The hollows, you would need to get the hollows into a big pile to get them to be worth $5. Let's see, do you have enough of them to be worth $5? Pheasantipity. They're sleeves, so they give a kind of a perception of being a lot of them. Here we go. A couple of these. A couple of these. Oops. Oh, that's a nice little chunk. And here's a little chunk. So you got a little chunk of hollows. So I don't think the hollows would make it up to 5. I like the Clefairy and the Reshirams. All right. So what about Dark Wheezing? He's probably like 4, right? Wailord's kind of nice. You might want to keep the Wailord, but if you don't want to keep him, I would certainly be interested. By the way, what's behind him? Some hollows? A hollow and an EX is behind him. I can immediately see he's an off-center Wailord too. Then on the right. I got eagle eyes, man. I've been doing this a long time. Here's a Lycanroc. You might not like Lycanroc, or the little weasel here, or the Snowvert. Okay. Seal. I don't know. People aren't huge fans of Seal. Reshiram. Alright, so that's what we got. Yep, fine. Wailord you can have. Alright, so we got off-center Wailord. Well, so this pile is kind of too small right now, and you could keep building it up and turn it into $5. I'll place this back in here. What we could do is this chunk here for $20. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too many. You got to take one back. Let's give you back... I don't know. Let's give you back the Seal. He's from 151. He's a 151 Pokemon. All right. There we go. So I'll take the ugly ones like the Snowvert and the little ferret. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 ARs. And in fact, the Lichen Rock is quite off-center. There you go. All right, that's what we're doing, Mr. Bryce. Thank you for the trade. That's the new thing, guys, is the trade break. I think it's not super new anymore. We've been doing it for a little while. But just recently, we're trying some of these larger... cards on trade, and people seem to like it. The real question is, how do we value the cards we're trading in, you know? We got to value them a certain way. So, we're going to say, Bryce, Wolf. Now, if you're lucky, Bryce, those 4 little cards that you might not have any intention of grading or doing much with, they just might transform into this Tag 9 Vending Series Rapidash worth $80. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. All right. We got too many slabs. What the hell? We got too many slabs here. Sorry about that. You know, I never mentioned this, but this camera doesn't really get held down by anything. It just suspends here. And if I actually bump it, it goes flying. Like, even the slightest bump will send it flying. So I'm always dancing around it. Try not to bump it too much. All right, we'll pull that back a little bit. There we go, that looks better. So, first order of the day, Mr. Bark. Do you have a Mewtwo, says Shadow Squad. I got a couple Mewtwo's, Mr. Shadow Squad. You like Mewtwo? Mark J. Valerian says, no hollers, please. 2 boxes of Japanese Ancient Roar. I love it. Let's get it. Let me go grab it. All right, I'm loving it, Mr. Mark. Great opening. It's fun seeing old stuff get opened. Boom. Mr. Ivan, Mr. Ivan says Discord. Yes. I think those are all available, Mr. Ivan. Pretty sure they are. Okay, so he wants not 1, but 2 boxes of Ancient Roar. This is, again, one of those sets where we didn't see enough of it get opened because people were not vibing with Pokemon at that time. People were like, oh, Pokemon, blah. Let's see. Eternatus, Volcanion, Fire Energy, Iron Boulder, and Galarian Crissola for a Mewtwo. You got it, man. Here's this. Here's this. All right. Ooh. Box number 1. You guys ready? Take a second and smash that like button. It's the trade slab, a $20 spot. That's what it is. You can trade for it, or you can just buy in for 20. We don't stop you from buying in. No. If you're buying in, let us know so we can remove it from the table because we don't want another person trying to buy it at the same time. Because then that person will be sad. They'll be a sad panda. Best I can do is 2. Rick from Pawn Stars. 30,000 maybe? Did you see Logan Paul did a little skit with Rick from Pawn Stars? He was showing him like this necklace he was selling, and Rick was like, best I can do is 30. Logan wanted like 100,000. Here's the, ooh. Logan Paul, man. All right. There we go. He's out there hustling. Here's more Pecco. Here's a code one. Code. How about some hits in here? What the hell? Aha! This guy. What's his name again? Cinder something? I don't remember his name. Tossing that. What do we have here? We've got a cold one. We've got Nimble. Cold. Oh, look at that. So that comes out of Gem 3, doesn't it? So that's not an exclusive artwork. That's interesting, because Gem 3 does have exclusive artworks. Okay. I was wondering about that, because I felt like I'd seen the darn thing before. Okay, there's a little Magneton. Hate that Magneton design. Slitherwing or something like that. It's pretty cool, actually. I like the design here. I'm a Volcarona fan. I think it's a cool Pokemon. It's kind of fun because I like the way Volcarona looks, and I'm obviously a huge Tyranitar fan. And I think they're both based off of Godzilla characters, aren't they? There we are. So it's kind of fun to be able to enjoy both of them over here, too. Armorage, thank you. Armorage. Logan Paul's basically a mosquito. Bzz. Look at that little Crobat. Doesn't that Crobat look funny? Come on now. All right. Here's Wug Trio. Here's a little fish. Here's Armorage. Morpeko has the art rare. And Paradox Rift English, part of this ancient roar. You know, I really didn't keep Paradox Rift in stock, did I? I was like, nah. There we go. Tossing that away. Now, he has given up his hollows. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. A couple hollows there. That was box number 1. What was your impression of box number 1, guys? Box number 1. Slitherwing, Morpeko, Armorage. I think the Morpeko actually looks pretty colorful. I like that. Have you snapped anything today? Team Rocket thinks it was a bad box. Oh, wait a second. We already snipped it. Hey. Don't throw rocks in a glass house, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. There we go. Is our trade still on? Oh, yes. Yes, our trade is on, bro. It's way on. Throwing that away. Now, what do we got here? Snipping time. Snipping time. Snipping all the packs up. Snipping this. Snipping these. I left all the good ones for you. TRG. Snipping this. Because it's summertime and you know what that means. The summertime. What's the lyrics to that song? The regular show summertime song. Summertime, doop 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 be playing in the summertime. I gotta sneeze, man. Woo! I told you. Ready, steady, go. Because it's summertime, and you know what that means? That's how the song actually goes. Summertime, loving something. All right. Oh, the magnets. That's a cool one. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my dear God. What? That was right next to itself in the box too, by the way. So I pulled this out of the box and it was right next to the other one. You got 2 Armorages in a row. Oh my God, bro. That sucks. Double Armorage. Hey, that guy looks cool though, doesn't he? Too bad it's not a different Pokemon. I love the art style here. All right. So that's nice. I hate sleeving up these EXs. I really do. I feel like it's a waste of a sleeve. Trump getting played by Iran. No! Damn it. All right, let's see. Here's Sarina. Oops. Here's... We got the Wimpod. Wimpy. You got Wimpod last time. Here's a Molpeko. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure if he really wanted to, he could go in and just absolutely smash that whole country to pieces. And he is such a crazy person. He probably is really thinking about it. Question is, will he do it? Because I feel like he probably has to, you know? I think that he's hoping for, like, maybe like diplomacy or something like that. But Iran never was diplomatic. That's why they chanted death to America. I think that what he could have done is right away just smash the whole thing to pieces rather than, you know, sort of like delaying it for a while. There we go. Here's, oh, that's a bad situation over there, man. It's a real bad situation. I wouldn't want to live there. All right. That's going to be Hamas 2.0 in a second if they don't figure it out real fast. I don't think they will. They're a religious people. They're very religious, and they think they're in some kind of holy war versus like the Jews and the West, and it's like, how's that going to end? I don't know. Maybe Trump backs up. I don't know. We'll see what he does. Here's Nimble. You know, maybe he'll back up and tell Israel, hey, just bomb the crap out of these guys for us. So that he doesn't, like, get looked like he did it or something. All right. Ooh. No, it's a bad situation over there. My card's ready for trade. Do ya? I'm ready to trade, bro. Some of that real-world conversation. I know you guys like to talk real-world stuff sometimes. Here we are. Ooh. All right. So, Garbodor. It's actually a great artwork. You know, a lot of people hated on Garbodor when he first came out. And I thought, a trash bag Pokemon. Like, you need stuff like that. Like, he's muck, but for this generation, he's muck. And I never disliked Garbodor. I always thought he was really funny. I think it's funny the idea of, like, winning at the game or winning at, like, the card game using Garbodors. And they're very stinky, right? Wimpod, not a big fan. The mushroom, I do like mushrooms, and I do like this artwork, but I don't know if this has grown on people. All right, the double Armorage, kind of sucky. I would have liked some variety, you know. It sucks to pull the same card twice unless it's an alt art, and then more Pekko in the last one. So those are your main hits here. Double Wimpod kind of sucks too. All right, that's for you, Mr. Mark. My perception on these pulls could have been hotter. Yeah, I wish one of the Armorages had magically turned into an alt art. All right. I love mushrooms. I go to Mushroomland at least once a week. We should have a High Rollers break where the break is only $1,000 items with $100 for 110 spots. So that does exist. It's called the Mega Break. And you can buy $100 worth of it if you wish by buying 3 spots in the sublist. Here it is. That is a High Rollers item right there. You can buy it at 400 or 40. Now, if you only want to spend 100, just buy 3 of these. 3 sublist spots. Wild stuff, right? It does not move very fast. To me, that is a little bit of feedback that it's kind of unaffordable. Unaffordable. Pricey. He doesn't move too fast. Wow, you're right. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of the Mega Break. I've thought about running a second Mega Break. Maybe like a modern one, so that there's a modern one and a vintage one all the time. Now, if I do that, though, that will divide the amount of money because people will have to concentrate their money into more breaks. That dilutes it. But maybe it would draw in new people who go, hey, wait a second, I don't want to miss Cardconomist, the prestigious Cardconomist's, you know, Rayquaza modern break or something. So, cute little Crobats here. Watch what I'm going to do with them. I'll put them in the binder break here. Might as well, because the binder break, there's no limit to how many cards I can add to it, right? So I can just add whatever I want as often as I want. All right, speaking of which, I was thinking of stealing a card out of here. You think something in here is worth putting in the binder break? I don't know if football fans ever want stuff, but I got some football fan cards. This has been laying around my room for like years. Zach Wilson, Devonta, Nico, Lamar, Dalvin, Zach Wilson. See, I don't know anything about football cards. I could just put these in the junk packs. Summertime by Will Smith? Probably not. Rough football year. Oh. Here's an order. Bryce Wolf. He wants into the binder break. So the binder break is up to 2 spots now. Here you go, Mr. Bryce. Good luck in there. Okay. Was that a Lamar Jackson rookie? Trevor Lawrence is the only name from that year that worked out. Oh, yeah. Ivan Rodriguez for the slabs on Discord. All right. Bear with me. This will take a second, guys. We got a couple slabs to dig up. So I'm seeing Umbreon, Mr. Mime, Shelder, and Ivysaur. That's what I'm seeing. Let's start looking for them. Okay. Take your time. I'll put in another order. Here we are. Boop. All right. Here are these two as well. Boop. Mr. Mime, huh? Here's the Mr. Mime. Now we're looking for an Umbreon. Got a lot of cards in this 9s box. Well, we got some cool stuff in here. Check it back here. Meow, 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 meow. Did I already pass the Umbreon? Maybe I already passed it. Wait, is the Umbreon a 10? Oh my god, the Umbreon's a 10. All right. So we're done in the 9s box. We gotta head over to the 10s box. My bad. Good thing I stopped and checked that. We're getting a new grocery store out here where I live. That's kind of fun. That was in the news today. We're getting an Aldi's. You guys like Aldi's? An Aldi's opened up on Osage Beach side. That's like 30 minutes away. And now we're getting one on our Camden side. So now there's a Chick-fil-A being built and an Aldi's going to be built. Pretty cool. Let's see. That's some local news out here. Lake of the Ozarks. So how about that Umbreon? See nearby? I'm sure we can find them fast. Aldi's is okay. It's like a knockoff Stop and Shop. Yeah, exactly. Like every single item's knockoff. It's not even that much cheaper. They're like, look, we got cheap prices. It's like, do you? Are you sure about that? Now, wait a second. Why don't I see this Umbreon, huh? That does say Umbreon, right? All right, let me check the Pokey Shuffles for Umbreon, just in case he's in there, because I did not see him in here. I did not see Umbreon in here. Where'd you find that? Was that an old channel or something? Why wouldn't it be right here? You know, I looked at it, and I didn't feel like I'd recently taken a picture of it yet. I'll check the Pokey Shuffles box in case it's in there. Kind of stuff happens, you know. People do like Umbreon. No, I don't see him in here. Yeah, where did you find that? Was he like far back in the channel? Okay, let me check down here. We only have so many slabs left down here. Oh, he's on the table? Damn it, Ivan! I thought he was in the Discord server. Alright. So he's on the table. Let's go grab him. Ivan's over here tricking me. Got him. Alright, we're all good. He's playing his tricks. His tricky tricks. There we go. Now, let's go head over to the PSA 9 channel and remove some of these. Whew. So we're going to say over here, Mime gone. And we're going to say Slowpoke gone. because that slowpoke, I can see that one is sold. We're going to say meow, meow. Oh, there's where the Eevee's from. Eevee gone. All right, so the Eevee's been updated. Where did you find those? They must be further back in here. What the hell? Wait, I missed them at like the beginning of the... Oh, they're on the... It didn't load for me at first. So we're going to say Shelder, gone. And Ivysaur, gone. Rhydon, gone. All right, there we go. We're all done. All updated. We got to update the channel so people know these are sold, you know. All right, Mr. Ivan. Okay. Putting you down as Ivan Rod. Ivan Max Rod. That's right. A little shorthand version of your name. Save me a little bit of marker. Yep. All right, all yours. Do you think tags will become as valuable as PSA? They're already as valuable as PSA. What are you talking about? They sell all day long on eBay. It's the same price as a PSA slab. Go look it up. It's true. Actually, for a while, they were selling for more than PSA slabs. Yeah, that's also true. All right, Mark J. Valerian, no hollers for 1 box of Pokemon Night Wanderer. So it's still Mr. Mark's turn. He ordered this a little early in the stream. Pretty soon it'll be your turn, Mr. Pat. Okay, so just hold tight. Let me go get this Night Wanderer. Another box we don't see open very often. All right. Whew, Mr. Getting Old. He didn't see the chat. I'm getting old. Nah, part of it is the vertical stream. So I use the YouTube app to see the chat. And on the app, when you're hosting vertical, it only shows you like 6 messages. It kind of sucks. I don't know why they do it that way. So I don't get to see many messages. Do you still grade with CGC? I'm supposed to. But I don't really. You know, they're the cheapest one. They're cheaper than anybody. There we go. All right. Mr. Mark going into Night Wanderer. So this set did not have good alt arts in it. Kind of like Perfect Order. However, if I recall, it's got some really good ARs. Like Persian and Houndoom. Good luck. Night Wanderer. You guys ever consider opening this? Vertical sucks. You know, J-Dog, there's people who complain when I do horizontal. They go, bring back vertical. So we do 1 vertical stream and 1 horizontal stream per day. And today we're doing, or for the morning, for the daytime stream, we're doing vertical. What do you guys think? Would you prefer to have horizontal? How many of you guys prefer horizontal? All right, you ready? So here's Pecharunt. Here's the Elefante. Here's, let's see. Uh-huh. Aha! Oh yeah, the Duskull. Forgot about this. Yeah, Duskull was another fun thing they had in this set. You can get into the box break, says Team Rocket Grunt. All right, put that there. Put this here. So you got Duskull. Duskull, Dusclops, and Dust Noir are in this set too. I forget about that. I like horizontal if I'm watching on my phone. I like vertical if I'm on my laptop. I mean, usually I'm on my laptop. Here we are. How come you don't do morning afternoon streams? It went back to midnights. I'm trying to remember. Why did we do that? Oh, because somehow the schedule crept all the way up to like 8 p.m. Oh, I love this Dusclops. He's so fun. So I'm going to put that in the binder break. So something happened where we were going to do like early morning and then streaming in the afternoon. An afternoon stream, I think, was actually supposed to start around, when would it have started? 3 p.m. So it was supposed to have started around 3 p.m. Actually, like this window of time right now. And what was instead happening was we kept throwing the nighttime stream out further and further and further until all of a sudden I caught myself running the stream all the way up to 8 p.m. Now, why was that happening? It was happening because there's this thing that occurs in the stream. I've learned to notice it, where we stay on when the orders come in. So if the orders are coming in, we stay on. And, oh, here we go. Look at this. Nice Pheasantipity Altart coming out of this box. Hey, that's kind of cool, man. He just pulled an Altart. So I think subconsciously I run the stream and my brain is, oh, there's the Persian. Look at this box, guys. He's getting a great box. Pheasantipity and Persian Altart coming out. That's a really good card, by the way. A lot of people won't bother opening this set, so that card's kind of a little more expensive as a result. Here's this guy. Right, like if everyone was opening this set all day long, that card would go down in price because there'd be so many of them. But since people are not opening this set very often, that card, the price is a little bit high. Oh, snap, another great pull. But so as I was explaining, I think my brain was drifting toward later and later streams because it was noticing that the orders pick up the closer we got to 8 p.m. So all of a sudden I look up and we're streaming till 8. And my wife and I don't get to hang out. And it's like, it's the same problem all over again. Because she gets off of work. She gets off of work at like, 5 p.m. I'm not supposed to be streaming into that time period. But it was just happening. So we decided, once again, we're going to try another strategy. This time the strategy looks like this. We start the nighttime stream, but we don't start it at like 2 a.m. in the morning anymore, okay? We start a little bit earlier. And we have a cutoff time period. The cutoff is 4 p.m., no further than 4. So we have a strict cutoff at 4. We have a strict cutoff at 4. And that seems to be working so far. So I'm like going to bed around 4:30, 5 a.m. And then I'm waking up around 11 p.m. So it seems to be a good compromise. We do a late night stream, but it's not that late. That's the compromise. It's a struggle, though. It really is. It's a struggle. It seems like the body has like this time period, kind of like meaningful chunks of time, sort of like pattern that it builds out, right? Like, so if we do overnights, my body is very tempted to just stay up all night. That's what happens. And I kind of have to force myself to go to bed. And then the other trick is Karis actually likes to kind of stay up. So she likes to stay up and hang out with me as late as she can. And she'll try to stay up with me until like 12, 1 a.m. in the morning if she can. And that also kind of messes things up. I have to stop and say, I got to go live. So we got to stop hanging out right now with this quality hangout time. And I got to go start the live stream or it's going to turn into an overnight stream again. It's going to turn into an overnight stream. That's for you, Mr. Mark. Mark, I think this round was really good, actually. What was the Shrouded Fable? Dustnor. 6 is hanging out with the 7. That's right. All right, Mr. Mark, put this into your bag. I really like the Persian, Mark. It's a cool card. I bet it goes for like, but that one's going for like $75 and a 10. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Here's some penny bulk. And watch what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it in here. There you go. Okay, so you got some fun bulk cards going in there. Now, normally we'd just throw that bulk away, and now I'm tossing some of it into that binder break. Okay, good. So finally, it is Mr. Pat Gibbs' turn. He says 4 Poke Shuffles, 1 trade slab spot. But then he says just 5 Poke Shuffles. All right, you got it, man. 5 Poke Shuffles. Ooh, it looks like it's going to rain. Sky got kind of darkish all of a sudden. Getting cloudy out there. You got it, Mr. Pat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully I grabbed a big enough chunk of shuffles there. 3, 4, 5. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a cold round. All right. Damn. Those pokey shuffles, they look so good until they don't, until they hit you. And they're like, you get nothing. I like this rocket gold bat. I'm going to put that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like that the rocket gold bat has like an R on it. That was pretty clever. Hopefully they do another rocket set soon, instead of making us wait 10 years. Number 100. Rockets. Golbat. T10. All right. Mister, what are your stream times now? We got a daytime stream and a late night stream that starts a little earlier and ends a little earlier than it used to. That's how we're doing it right now. Thank you, Pat. No luck on those pokey shuffles, though. All right, looks like we have a website order. Yeah, it just got real windy outside. It's all cloudy outside all of a sudden. Nicholas Pacheco, he says 6 of the Gem Volume 3. All right, you got it, man. Nicholas, I think you were talking about Iran messing with Trump. How about the redistricting thing going on, too? You see that redistricting argument, fighting going on. I've been watching that, reading that a lot. It seems like everybody's arguing who started it. Here's 6. But yeah, it looks like, you know, Virginia made this really extreme redistricting map that took House seats away from the Republicans really strongly in that state, despite it being a pretty, it's a pretty close state, meaning it's almost 50-50 Republicans and Democrats. And it was kind of a controversial thing, but they did it because Texas had done something like that. But California had countered Texas and brought it back into balance already. But then Virginia did it too. And so now it's looking like all the states are probably going to have this conversation about, all right, what can we redistrict in order to win House seats? And it's kind of a ridiculous thing, isn't it? I wish there was like a federal law about it that was just real fair. But I don't know how to come about that at this point politically. Like, how do you get to that point? There it is. How do you decide what's fair and what's not fair? Here's... It reminds me of the issue with the Supreme Courts a little bit. Like, it's supposed to be a bipartisan issue, but it's turning into more like an extreme, like the cat's out of the bag. We know the game now. The game is to redistrict as much as possible, really extreme ways, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? It is. All right. So that's a really interesting subject. Ooh. Mister, I think you forgot to put Patrick on the trade slab. Did I not put him on the trade slab? Hold on, wait. Well, Bryce Wolf goes in the trade slab. Oh, no. Patrick, he thought it was a $5 trade slab. He didn't know it was 20. And so he said, just go ahead and give me 5 pokey shuffles. That's what he said, okay? So I did take care of that. Here it is. This is Nicholas Pacheco. I think it was like 53, 47 votes Democrat, but now it's like 91, 9 seats for Democrats. Yeah, so, and that's redistricting, or some people call it gerrymandering. It's where you kind of you redraw the congressional map in order to sort of spread the voting power of one group around into areas where no one in that area is actually Democrat or actually Republican, whichever way it goes. And people hate it because it seems pretty much like cheating. But everyone's doing it, so it's like, how do you stop it? How do you create a rule that says, let's not do this, guys. Let's have these districts be fair or something. But it seems like, with how extreme Virginia's redistricting was, it's almost, in my opinion, it's like a cat's out of the bag moment, where it's like maybe every state's going to do this. Imagine every state, whether they're Democrat or Republican or, a purple state or a hardcore left or hardcore right state. They're all going to be looking at their congressional map going, hey, this is the game now. It's rewriting your seats. Let's see. Here's Zatu. Here's Aladios. And here's Fates Collide. Ooh. It's kind of ugly politics, basically. Next up, we got Soul Despair. What's up, man? 10 pokey shuffles. Hell yeah, dude. Andy Man says, almost 40. Send you a DM Discord, mister, if you're interested in it. Let's see real fast. He's got a cute little Master Ball. You're trying to give me a free card? Listen, I won't turn down a free card if you give it to me. But you don't have to do that. Let's grab this. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a Dusclops fan. I always have been. But, you know, it's not a big deal. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You know, I haven't really even gotten up to collecting the prismatic collection at all because I just assumed there's so much more of it left to grade. So I'm kind of biding my time right now. So you don't see me buying any of it. Oh, you got a Star Spot. And you got the top pull for live customs. Wow, look at this order, man. Man, Patrick misses. And then we have our friend Soul Despair, who's a relatively new guy, by the way. He comes in and just pulls one of the biggest pulls possible out of the box. Crazy. All right, you ready? That's crazy. Now, neither of these can be re-rolled, so they're just both yours now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes back into the box. Okay. We put star cards in there now. You know why? Because ever since the Poke Shuffle and the live customs got more popular, the breaks on the table have moved slower. So now we're shifting where the star cards occur. Now I need 20 for this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20. There it goes. Whew. It's a big one, man. Somebody probably died to give you that double hit. You know, somebody probably pulled like 10 cold ones in a row. All right. So the star card receiver is actually the Nintendo Topps box break. You're in there now. You could pull the whole thing. There you are. There it is. You're in. How many people are in there? It's like 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 spots remain on the full box of Topps Nintendo. 3 spots remain. Let me show it to you one more time. You can have me open the whole box. You'll probably pull out, if you open it up, you'll probably pull out a bunch of logo cards, like logo Zelda, logo Super Mario Brothers. And, you know, there's the other 2 sets in it, too, like logo not Street Fighter, Double Dragon. I think the other one's Punch-Out. But, yeah, there's some seriously good cards to grade in here. Especially if they grade 10, they sell for hundreds. But they're hard to grade. But, you know, if you open a whole box of them, you probably get something. So I would love to spend 20 minutes opening this up. The other option is to keep it sealed and have me ship it home to you. You can do that for 15 bucks. That is another option. Don't forget about the stop secret tips. That's right. Does anyone know if the TCG is hard to get into? I have all the supplies. Thanks, TRG. All right, now it's not over. You ready? Here goes. He gets 4 of these live customs. What's going to happen for you here? You can pull that Rayquaza. 1, 2, 3, 4, which nobody has. But usually people don't open these 4 at a time. So let's see what happens here. We got a Hydrapple, a Basic Energy, a Hello Kitty. Oh, it's cold! Oh, man. This box has got to be a little hot by now, I feel. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I always restock it, but that's going to be some cold ones there. That was not as good of luck as we had hoped. Look at that. He pulled the chase card out there, but it didn't materialize into a slab in the end. Dang, dude. Womp womp. Yes, and so now you are relying on your star card a little bit to hopefully be hot. All right? All right, Mr. Soul Despair, let me grab your bag. Let's see. Damn, dude. All right. Wow. Tossing that there. I think it's time for me to add a new card to that box. We're going to add this Cosmic Hollow Border Trick or Trade Pikachu. He's a good card. Really expensive, and he really does sell for 150. Check it out online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going back in. Dang, dude. This is going to be number 018, Pika T10. All right. Put that in there like that. And then, do I have any, like, junk cards I can toss in there? I need to have, like, a I need to have like a bag of just junk cards I can toss into the live customs. You know, the idea of the live customs is that because they're booster packs, I can add an actual hit into the pulls, like this Clough. See, so that's the whole idea of them. Unlike the Poke Shuffles, the Poke Shuffles are just useless common cards. But this is supposed to have occasionally an actual pull in it. So you're supposed to get something sometimes for your 20 bucks, right? Like sometimes you see those poker cards come out, right? And you're like, hey, you know, poker card, it's kind of cute. There you go. Maybe what I should do is put like $25, just a blank pack, like a $25 pack in there. And then I can include one seriously good raw card in the box because it's been paid for by the number of booster packs in there. Kind of an interesting thought, right? Parasect, he's cool. Gengar Mimikyu for 820. This Victini, which might be underpriced. Thank you, Soul Despair, for the big order today. Looked like you had really good luck there for a second, and then it didn't materialize into anything. Here's Christopher Houghton. Oh, so this is still running then, because I don't think he... Did anyone buy that last spot in the trade break? Where'd that trade break go? Oh, it's still on the table. So I don't think anyone's taken the last spot in here. You can also still trade for it, by the way, guys. One Japanese, 151, Christopher Houghton. You got it, man. Christopher Houghton. Where am I hiding these, huh? All right, here they are. Found them. All right. Ooh. Let's speculate on the 30th anniversary. Yeah, what will the reprint cards in there be? I hope I haven't missed any of the pack break. Oh, look at that Wigglytuff, man. Wow, the Wigglytuff looks so clean. It's actually, it has a different feeling than the Chinese version of the same card. Huh. So the Chinese version got its own texturing that's different from the Japanese version. Christopher Houghton. We pull a lot of those Wigglytuffs out of the 151 surprise. How much Rarity 5 do you have left? A ton. I ordered so much of it. We have so much. A ton. Go nuts on it. You can order whole boxes if you want. I think there's 24 packs a box. All right. Here's an order from Joey Smith. One spot in the game packs. Oh, it's happening, guys. It's real close now. 2 spots left in the Nintendo Game Packs box break. Good luck in there, Joseph. Javier Arroyo. 2 live customs, 10 Poke Shuffles. You got it. 10 Poke Shuffles. Javier Arroyo. Did I do enough there? I hope that was enough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, you know, it's crazy when the first couple of cards coming out of the Poke Shuffles feel kind of cold and you get kind of that desperate feeling like, gosh, I hope I don't get a fully cold round. And then the next 2 cards come out as big hits. It's like, damn, dude. So 5 of Spades and a T10 Rapidash. You got it. I can't see anything. Here's the 5 of Spades. Now that's a $50 pull right there. Now the Rapidash. Where did I see that Rapidash? I keep this box so full it's actually hard to scroll through it. Here it is. So it's just a, oh, it's a nice classic collection Rapidash. I was going to say it's just a hollow one, but that's not just a hollow Rapidash. That's classic collection. So there we go. Notice it has that really crazy holographic texturing. And then there's just a nice 2015 Super Mario. 5 of Spades. Notice he's on a classic Mario stage. All right, what are we thinking? He also needs his 2 lava costumes. Keep. All right, nice. So, you know, if you look at the base value of these, that's you went from $50 to $100. Oops. Good. Good. Boinks. Now, 2 live customs. Let's see what happens. One, two, three. 1, 2. All right. You ready for it? Cling clang. Ah, what do we have? Something popping out of there. Come on, man. These like get stuck. I need like a baggie or a separate spot for the empty ones. That will actually give me more room to put in full ones. 5 Waifu Shuffles again? I feel like that got pulled the other day. Didn't you pull it? I can't remember who pulled it. All right, but that still is good. You pulled 5 Waifu Shuffles for $50, and it has a $100 value. But this is one of those non-rerollable items. You can only reroll it after you've pulled your actual Waifu Shuffle. So if you get something out of there you don't like, you can reroll that. Now, if you end up not wanting any of the Waifu Shuffles, you can ask me to consign it onto the table, or you can ship it home and list it on eBay. Those are all options. All right, you ready? Let's see. So sometimes you get something you don't want out of a break, but it can still be useful. So I need to get some new Waifu cards in here because I think I'm running out of room. Not out of room, but you can see it's not very large, right? Like that's all the cards in there. It's not very much. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow! They were cold last time. Oh, man. So far, some really tough luck in both the live customs and the Waifu Shuffles. Wow. That just sucks. I'm sorry, man. Man, we ought to add another girl card up in there. Now, I'm going to go look up this Victini. I like this Victini a lot. Oops. That Victini is really old. He is number 021. And he's from 2019. The cheapest one really is $110. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to, well, maybe I'll put him in for $125 anyways. Well, I don't know. Let me think. I can remove $10 or add $15. I can't decide. It's like a philosophical thing. Because if I put him in for $125, I could do that thing I was talking about where we include like a nicer card. Let's do that. So let's include a secondary hit into the box. Let's introduce a nice raw card. It's got to be worth, what, $15, I think? We're going to introduce a $15 raw card to the box. And we're going to start this guy out at $125. Where are my stickers? There they are. Add 15, make you money. Well, you know how it is. I don't like it to be that way, really. Sometimes I do. Okay, like sometimes I'll roll up the value of a card if I perceive it as like a highly desirable card. And I'll be like, you know, we're putting this premium card in there. We'll put a slight premium on the card. But, yeah, or sometimes I'm just like, okay, I rounded down on the last one. I'll round up on this one, right? Sometimes I do it that way. But for this guy, what I want to do is we got an extra 15 bucks, right? Let's go pick a card. Let's try to pick a $15 card out. Yeah? Let's see what we got. What can we put in there that's maybe like 15 bucks? Not Greedent. Bulbasaur, too cheap. Pikachu, maybe. Radiant Serena, Schoolboy. Those are too expensive. Too expensive, too expensive. Ah, see, now look at this. We didn't find anything. Oh, the Superior is pretty nice, actually. Is he $15 nice? He's pretty close. Maybe we put both of these together. What do you think? Superior and Psyduck in the same pack? So that's actually kind of a hit pack, right? If you get Superior and you get Psyduck at the same time, the Psyduck's actually one of the nicer old maid cards. So we'll go ahead and do this like this. Watch. Put those in there together. I don't like that. Let's put it in one of the... I think these are fatter, actually. Yeah, they are. That's why we used the Tag Team All-Stars, by the way. The Tag Team All-Stars, the reason they were originally chosen to be like live custom booster packs is because they're actually one of the wider Pokemon booster packs you can obtain. They're wider. They hold more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's 125. Victini's going up. There's a nice little bonus card in there. It's got a Superior Poker card that goes for like 110, and a little Psyduck too. Cool. All right, so I hear some stomping around. I think Kira's playing with the cat. Mark J. Valerian going deep today, man. This stream brought to you by Mark. He says he wants 1 box of Glory of Team Rocket. Ooh, nice. 1 box Glory of Team Rocket. You got it. Let me go grab it. I don't know how much of this stuff I got. I might actually be running low on Team. I might be running low on Team Rocket. Man, I keep tripping on this. God, dude. All right. All right. Time to get him Mewtwo, right? Just look at that. One of my favorite sets. Okay. Yeah, I need to look into Team Rocket, see how much of that I got left, because I feel like I'm low. Tossing that. Aha. Woohoo. Oh, very nice. Okay. 5 Waifu Shuffles was cold. 4 Live Customs was cold. Damn. I think that kind of stuff has to happen, though. You know, like, think about it. Like, every single round in the Live Customs can't be hot. Every single round in the Poke Shuffles can't be hot. The way it is, somebody takes a miss, and that just balances out with somebody taking a hit. The question is, will it be your unlucky day, or will it be your lucky day? Mewtwo is in any Rocket set. All right, good luck. We've got Blaziken. Clam Pearl, of course. I remember when they revealed the final card set for Glory of Team Rocket. Were you guys kind of disappointed? I was kind of disappointed. Like, what are we doing, Pokemon? Why is Clam Pearl in here? Why is Kangaskhan in here? Why is Zamazenta in here? Oh, there he goes. Look, Sedatan. Dude, this is a Team Rocket set. And so what really stuck out to me was the Pokemon Glory of Team Rocket set was kind of small. I thought it felt kind of small, and like there weren't actually that many Team Rocket cards in it. You know, like there was a really limited number of Team Rocket cards. Didn't you guys feel like that? Now, but here's the deal. Later on, they release Mega Dream Ascended Heroes, and there's a bunch of Team Rocket cards in it. So I think that's the other half of the Team Rocket collection. The other half of it was being saved for the specialty set that was going to release down the road. And they knew that, and they said, take some of the artworks and put it in to the Mega Dream. So Mega Dream got, like, what, Mimikyu, it got a secondary alternative art Mewtwo, it got the Dark Doug trio, and I don't know if I'm forgetting some of them, but it got quite a few holos, too, with, like, the stamps on it and all that. So I like this guy a lot. I'm going to put him into a sleeve for you because I think he's basically a hit. But if you don't want him, you can donate him, okay? But I don't want to take him automatically. Oops. Mark does not want holos. All right, let's see. Here's a Golbat. Did I say Golbat? Crobat. Here's a Zapdos. Keep the holos. I'll take it. I'm going to accept that as a donation, though, okay? Because it's one thing for you to donate some, you know, like some mid-tier junky holos, but I think the Tyranitar, he's pretty solid. So I'll accept. I'll put you down as $5 donation for today. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. All right, here's... But yeah, so anyways, I walk away from the Glory of Team Rocket set feeling like it wasn't very full, was it? And it does mix nicely with the Heat Wave Arena later on when they combine those two sets in the Destined Rivals. So Heat Wave Arena was great. Such a cool set. Had all these Misty Pokemon in it. Misty's Gyarados, Misty's Magikarp, and Cynthia and all these other guys. So I thought that set was really good. And then they mixed that with Destined Rivals, and now you're looking at a really full-looking English booster box called Destined Rivals. But then, you know, later on, you run into all those missing Team Rocket Pokemon cards. They were in freaking Mega Dream. And all I can think is they were planning this. They had this planned out the whole time. All part of the plan. Let's see. Love Heatwave Inglory. Open so much of both. Yeah, they're cool as hell, man. All right, so here are the holos being donated. Just some Pokemon holos. But if you're going to give me the Team Rocket Tyranitar, I'm going to write you down as donating $5 at least. So you're going to go up to $5.80. Wow. I think Mark deserves to take that last spot on the Sarah box. What do you guys think? Because that's kind of how we do it. When you donate holos, what we do is we get you a free spot. See, he's off center. Yeah, he's a little off center. He also has a notch up here. Look how fast my eyes catch that. Watch this. Watch this. So you zoom in here. He's got a notch. That's too bad. So Tag will catch that because Tag is insane. Tag's really tough. They are insane. They will catch even the slightest thing that's going wrong with your card. All right, now watch this. We're going to try and counteract that. You ready for this? You aren't ready for it. All right, here we go. You ready? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much better. Let's see. Yeah, slightly better. Did I create a lip on the back? No, the back's fine. It's still there, though. It's flatter, though. I can see that it's flatter. I think it's hard for you guys to see that through the camera. The camera doesn't pick up what your eye can see. All right, so we'll send this out. The card is now considered altered. Is it? I wonder, is it? Is that really altering? I don't know. You flattened it. Are you allowed to flatten your cards? What do you guys think? If I have a card and it's got a bend or a lip on it, am I allowed to flatten it? Or is that altering? That's a really good question. Place it into a book or something. Yeah, like if all I did was place it into like a really tightly clamped double-sided plexiglass, have I manipulated the card or am I just flattening it? Great question. Carlos Sura going in on the Nintendo break and 1 Ascended Heroes. So, how many spots left in that Nintendo break then? Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back. Altered. Unacceptable! This is why I am royal and you are servile. The top spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 1 spot remaining. 1 spot left. So there's 1 spot left here. There's 1 spot in the tops box. I think there's 1 spot left in the jumbo pack break. There's 2 spots left in the binder break. We got a lot of breaks right on the edge. You're edging me. Let's get to that Ascended Heroes. Oop. How much for Nintendo? $40 to get into that one. It's about to go off. It's a big box break. Ready? Good luck. Carlos. So Carlos, Hoopa, Snob, Team Rocket's Executor. See, look at this. So I don't think that this card was in the Glory of Team Rocket set, but it was in Ascended Heroes instead. Fascinating. So Ascended Heroes contains, in my opinion, some of the cards that were going to originally be in Glory of Team Rocket. And they said, hold on, save some of those holos for a specialty set. Look at this. Look how hard it is to get a 10. Right at the top of his card, there's a notch. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. It's clean as the card looks. It's got a notch right at the top. Crazy. All right. I've cleaned cards with my spit. That's right. Spit on it. Vibrava. You guys don't want Vibrava? He's so good. Nobody here likes Vibrava, huh? Whose turn is it? We got to make sure we go in order. Here's Sergio Espinoza. What's up, man? 3, 151 surprise, a spot in the face collide, a new bag. This is L12. I think it's been over a year. Oh, yeah? You want that bonus? I think I've mentioned if it's been a year since you've made a purchase and you make a fresh purchase, we'll give you a bonus card. So here's a bonus card for you. And now we'll grab this. Now, Sergio, I don't think we need to have a specialty name for you anymore. Although it's funny because I kind of came to know you as Mr. L12, you know. But I think we could probably just go by your last name. Is it one word? Espinoza Rangel? Let's see. So 3 of these and this. Do tricks on it. Hock to a spin. Bounce on it. I saw someone use a face roller. That works too. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, face roller. That's an interesting one. Face roller. There we are. You know, I should sell a little repair kit for Pokemon cards. I know that there are some guys that sell repair kits, but I never know how I feel about them. I've seen some of them, and I thought, that doesn't work. All right, those are your 151 surprise. No Pikachu Gengar. We've been going deep on those, haven't we, guys? Sergio, fresh bag. Spot the Fates, too, huh? Okay. I bought Hawk with my life savings, and I'm so up. So does that coin still exist? Does it still, like, is it in operation? We'll go with Sergio L12 for fun. How does that sound? How does that sound? Sergio L12. Does she still, like, do people still trade Hawk coin? Does she still make money from it? A2 is still around. Oh, is he really? Okay. No, it's another dead Solana coin. But I mean, like, does anyone ever trade in it? Right? Like, obviously it's dead. But I mean, like, for example, like, Trump coin's kind of dead too. But it's not like it never gets traded in. She got sued. Yeah. How did that turn out? Here's a little Shinji Kanda Slitherwing. Here's a Squovet. And here's Pseudo Wudo. Now, Fates Collide. Ripped to my DVDs as a kid. I tried to clean. I think you used to get lazy and not even write Sergio. I just beat L12. I probably did because it was a very distinct acronym, and so there was no way to mess it up as long as it said that. Just like we just write Hawk sometimes for Mr. Hawk Camacho, for Mr. Hawk Tua. Oh, this is almost done, by the way, guys. Fates, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So really just 2 spots left on Fates. Well, I remember I used to sell Fates Collide booster packs for $15. Now they're selling for $150. What has the world come to? I probably shouldn't even be selling them. Debating on that Parasect. Do you want to see him up close? So Parasect's never been like a top Pokemon, but that doesn't always matter when it comes to good artworks. Look at that. You might just collect the card to have it. It's not very expensive. When a card's cheap, I think sometimes people perceive that as, oh, it's junk, nobody will ever want it. I look at it a little bit differently. When a card's real cheap, I go, this could go from $50 to $75, and no one would even notice it. So, you know, give it a couple of years, see what happens with it, and it might do that. It might go to $75 pretty easy. You know what $75 is for that? That's a 50% increase on your so-called investment. We shouldn't use that word investment sometimes. Mr. Brandon, he says 55 toward my slab away and then extend it. You got it, man. Let's take a look at that. So slab away. Mr. Brandon, what did you have? Pikachu Gengar? All right, so you are wanting to keep the Pikachu Gengar after all. Probably because he got more expensive, huh? We're on February. So you put it away in February. And that means it ends in 2027. All right, and so now we're going to jump over here. It's going to say 2465. Boom. All right. So be sure to pay that one off fast, though. Don't leave me crying over it over a year, but let me go ahead and close that. No, I mean, if you extend it to a year, you get a year. But you know what? You got me questioning. on such an expensive card, extending it for a year is not a good deal for me. It's actually pretty bad. It's sort of like getting $20 of interest on a $2,400 loan. So if it, or really it's more like 2,500 times their point. So if we did 15%, it would be $375 annual interest. Compare that, a $20 extension fee for 6 months, it's really far off. So that's not a good system. If I was a bank, I'd say this is a bad business. So you got me thinking about that. All right, Brandon. So that's done. You got me thinking about the rules. Here's Mr. Thim. He says 5 Hololive curious. 5 Hololive. Oh, Mr. Thim. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I keep this empty box. Now time to use my Parasect to rule the world. So we got to get some more of this. I'll be right back. Wait, is this more of it? We got more of it right here. Look at that. You want 6 packs of it? Have 6 packs of it. Them, you can have 6. I don't even care. All right. Put that there. Yeah, it's kind of a bad loan because instead of loaning that card out to you, I could just go buy another Pokemon card and probably get better than whatever $40 on 2,600 is. What do you think $40 on, because that's, yeah, the $20 down, right? No, $20 reserve for the first 6 months, and then $20 for another 6 months. So that's a $20 fee. It's not impressive. I gotta think about that because what we do with the slab away is not as complex as a bank, and banks are more complicated. They're clever. They got all these rules. They got like actual interest. Here, let's see. We don't do that. Here's a holo. I think that our low fees make a lot of sense when the market's kind of a cold market, you know? You're making a Pokemon loan on a card with a consistent value, and the market's not exploding upward. I could have just spent 2.6 thousand on anything for myself, and it probably would just be a higher value card. So it's got, you know, this is one of the conversations I have with myself a lot with the slap away, is should I be buying cards for people on like a loan, basically? And what percentage, what cut should I ask if I'm going to do that? Here we are. All right. Very good. So you'll notice over the last year or so, there's been a decline in the number of available slabaways. And that's because my brain can't make sense of the math. It can't make sense of the math. Buy this card for $1,000, put it in a slabaway with a small, let's say like profit margin on it, and maybe like a slabaway fee. And then you turn around and the card is worth double. And you don't even have your money back yet. You're just waiting for that money to come back. So you can't go buy cards that are doubling in price. Here's a thim. Let's go put it into your bag. So I think I'm just kind of reasoning about this out loud with you guys. So I'm thinking about it while we're live. And it's almost like in a very hot market, you are giving up the ability to invest in rapidly, rapidly improving slab prices. Here we are. They improve faster than, like, let's say a reasonable 15% return. Here we are, Mr. Thim. If you're doing loans, you don't want to be the bank during a hot time period for Pokemon cards. You want to be the bank during a time period where everything's staying the same price, or like when everything's kind of slowly declining, perhaps. But if the market's extremely hot, you should not be handing out loans unless those loans are like unreasonably leveraged. Like, so like if it's a loan at like a 50% interest rate or something like, and it's not really called interest, but if you do like a markup of 50% or more, and even then you might still lose, is how crazy it is. Here's Mark J. Valerian for the Parasect Tag Slab. Yes, sir. Do a PSA and do an upcharge. Mary is usually in the nighttime stream. Yeah, that's the name. Read my last message, says BP Vargas. What did BP say? The money from the Vaporeon break. Use that as an extension on Cardos Gengar. It's going to be Mark J. Valerian. All right, there it is. Mark J. Valerian. Ooh. All right. So we got 2 people wanting to do an extension on their slabaways for like $20. And now I feel like, man, that is not such a good deal. Let's see. So you've got Brandel Vargas. You've got a Gengar with me, 7K, put away in March, and you would extend it to March next year. And I just don't get to have my money probably for a very long time. But the interest on that is like $20. That's not good. Like, I would be better off taking the slab you have in slab away, just listing it to eBay to $10,000, cashing out, and then just reinvesting that money. If I have to wait a year to get that money, all the cards on the market might be, I don't know, like 30% more expensive, 40, 50%, depending on how the market moves. But since I had to wait so long for that money, I didn't get to buy anything during that time period with that card. So this is actually a very bad business model. This is a business model where I'm losing a ton of money. Instead of 20 to extend it, use the whole thing, says Beefy Fargus. Well, I like systems, and so I need to think about what to do about this. Maybe I should just ask AI, because, I like it when I sit down and I I'm doing like a Hamlet on it, to be or not to be, for like 10 hours. I like it when AI is just like, here's how you should do it. Like it's able to make maybe it's able to make a decision without any emotions. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. AI will just say, this is what you should do. Here's Bill Barron. Any breaks that are still available, $120. What? Bill Barron. Hey, what's up, Bill? Are you just wanting to go into 3 breaks? Weiss the Squirrel, $180 in Japanese. I guess if I was a bank, let's say I was a bank, and the market conditions change, well, then so would my rates, wouldn't it? So like Robinhood, for example, they used to do 4% APR on money you have in their bank account. And now it's $3. I'm sorry, now it's 3.75, 3.75. So as the market conditions change, maybe so should what am I looking at? What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe so should the rates I offer in Slabaway change. And this would allow me to offer more slabs on the table. It's tricky, though. It makes you realize investment banking is basically gambling. The guys doing the investment banking who are offering like money in exchange for interest, they're betting on the market. That's what they're doing. They're betting on the profitability of whatever they're handing the money out to. They're betting on whether you can pay them back. They're betting on, I should give out money to prospect A rather than to prospect B. So investment banking is a form of gambling. It's a really advanced form of gambling, and we don't call it gambling, but it's placing a bet on the market. That's what it is. So it's really fascinating. All right, Bill Barron, let's see. Extensions should be 5 to 10% of the market. Yeah, of course, when they put in a Slabaway, we didn't discuss that. But if you've got a card and you're holding it away from me so that I cannot sell it, and the market's climbing at 10, 15%, 20%, and I'm just sitting there waiting to get my money back, and then for $20, you say, I'll pay you next year for $20 now. It's like, what am I going to do with $20 compared to a $7,000 card, It's actually such a bad offer for me on my side, and it's not really in my interest to do that. Not really in my interest. It's the same with the Pikachu Gengar. So the Pikachu Gengar is the same way. If it's a $2,600 loan, why would I want to extend that for 6 months for $20? It's just 10% of $2,600 would be $260. So a bank would get a much better deal than $20 on a loan like that. And I never really considered them loans, but they are kind of like loans, aren't they? Because they're pretty liquid. I just sold one of those Cardos Gengars for $10,000 on eBay. All right, Bill Barron. He just says for the breaks, huh, Bill? Any breaks that are still available. You're the only bank out here with the Slabaway. You're one of one. Do a percentage of how much of the card has gone up. I think when they want to extend, it should be 5 to 10% at the time. Also, if it goes up to 1,000, now 10 or 1,000, not 20. I would settle at 69%. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking, baby. Well, it's going to definitely rain out there. So, Bill Barron, when I sobbed away Gengar at 7,000, that was nearly double the last sold listing. That's a fair point, Mr. BP Vargas. It's not really that you got it at 7,000 that is a worry for me. I'm worried that if I allow you to extend it for $20, I will wait like almost a year to actually get the value of the card out, even like half of the value, like 3.5 thousand. Also, that's definitely not the case. I wouldn't have sold it to you for double the last sold listing. I would have sold it to you based on a function of the cheapest buy it now. I mean, I don't think you can argue about the pricing on it. It's a $10,000 card now, right? So if I offered it to you at 7,000, that was me being correct about the value of the card. I'm going to start putting, okay, let's stop talking. I'm going to start putting Bill into things. Are you ready, Bill? So you're going into the Topps box break. There you go, baby. Topps box break is done. Okay, there you go. Topps box break is done. He said, any breaks? Well, I would also put you into this other box break. That is the Destined Rivals box break, up to 12 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, that's 12. Okay, and here is the Bubble Mew. You shouldn't miss it. It's too good. Bubble Mew should not be passed up on. It's too good of a card. Here you go, Mr. Bill. Yeah, it's more about how long will I wait before I get my money for the card. And it's like, I would like to have the money sooner than later because the market's so hot. If I have to wait another 6 months for like a lot of that money to come in, there's a very heavy cost to that. And the cost is I didn't get to redeploy that money into a different card. And so the key issue here is a $20 extension for so much money. It's pretty damaging on my side. Financially, it's damaging. I think it's called opportunity cost. So it's a $20 severe opportunity cost issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, top box. Should just not allow the extension. I think that the extension makes sense because a lot of people would be able to access better cards with the ability to pay it down over a full year. And I think it comes down to more like the cost of the extension only being $20. $20 is just too low. It makes sense for like a $200 card, maybe even an $800 card. But when you're talking about like a $3,000 card or a $7,000 card, you're really talking about a financial transaction that's quite large. I mean, I think I bought my red car for $7,000. So you're talking about paying $20 quote unquote interest on a $7,000 loan. It's just too small. It's not feasible. It doesn't make sense. We can't run it that way. We got to change. I think I do have to update my rules for slab away. So Topps box is complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's 10. Boop. $50 to extend. Bubble Mew is inferior. 10% of the total slab value for an extension sounds very fair. Yeah, that would be kind of like 20% interest for a year if they did that twice, you know, like if they did it for 12 months. So 10% for an additional 6 months. But see, that would be really expensive. That would mean the extension for him, in his case, would be $700. But again, that also outlines how dangerous of a situation it is for me too. Because if I just sold it on eBay for $7,000, and it probably would sell, I could just get $7,000 out of it right now and then go redeploy that into booster boxes or anything. All right. Intense conversation. Brainiac conversation. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I'll ask AI after the stream what the best way to resolve it is, because I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do $20 on 7,000 or $20 on 3,000. It's just bad finances. I wouldn't give you a loan of $3,000 for 20 bucks. I have to talk to AI about it. All right, here we go. It's a serious issue. It's a lot of money at stake. Between the two cards, almost $10,000. So I'm doing a $10,000 loan for $40 of interest. We are? All right. Your slab away's always been very generous for us, to be honest. Yeah, and I didn't really mind it, but that's because the vast majority of slabs were not reaching $7,000 or $3,000. If you think about it, most slab aways were actually quite cheap. And now Pokemon cards are getting more expensive. Like in the past, that Gengar probably would have been like $1,000, $2,000. Now that we're talking about loans of a much more substantial size, I think a discussion has to be had about, you know, the details of basically putting it on a loan. You could call it reserve or whatever you want, but it's the equivalent of a financial loan. Ready? It should be 20 per 1,000. So if that was the case, that would be 7 times 20 would be $140 to extend it, which could still be a worthwhile extension, because for you to get that same loan from the bank would probably be in the 8% to 15% range. But if it's a personal loan, it's almost certainly going to be 15% or higher. Banks, when they do personal loans for something that isn't like a financial, like a home or car, they usually do pretty serious interest rates on those kind of things. You tell them like, hey, I want a loan for a Pokemon card, and they go, oh, good. We'll start you out at 20%. Give me a number. I did slab away Gengar at 7K when it last sold for 3.5. We agreed on 7K because there were none on the market. Here we are. That's not the issue, Mr. BP Vargas. The question is, how much should you be allowed to extend that item for? Like, the question is, how much should you have to pay to extend it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm okay with the price. There's nothing wrong with the price. It's just that, you know, the item is, it's really expensive. There's no way around it. It's a very expensive item, and I think $20 interest on such a large loan is no good. You know, I think we have to have a new rule for, we'll call them like mega slab away or something like that, because there's got to be some sort of way to deal with that. It's too big of a loan for $20 of interest. I'll ask AI. AI will give me some good advice probably. Let's call it fair advice, right? You've still got it for now. The card is all yours, man. So you have no problem right now, and I think you're up on it quite a lot because I think the last one sold for 10,000. So I think you're actually quite up on the actual card. Give me a number. Maybe consider a larger down payment on slabs greater than 1,000. I'm offering to pay more than $20 because that's just not fair to you. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we can but I want to have like a system for it. What I want to do is I want to ask AI's advice on how to handle that. All right, that's been split. So I want AI to tell me like set it at X amount or do this or do that, you know. AI is really good at this kind of stuff because it analyzes all kinds of things like legal, you know, contract kind of things, and it says this is what is best for you as a business. This is a way to make it good for your customer, et cetera, et cetera. Bill Barron. Mr. Bill. That's a miss. All right, Bill, you're out. Rafael Gonzalez. Sorry, Mr. Rafael. Here's Carlos Sura. You're out, Mr. Carlos. Here. That's good so far for, who is it that has 3 spots in here? Mr. Hawk. Bryce Wolf. Mr. Bryce is missed. Here's Mr. Hawk. All right, Hawk's first spot. Cool. All right, Mr. Hawk. Here's Soul Despair. Ooh, that's a miss too. Ooh, where is it? We got Joseph Smith. Oh my gosh. Mr. Joseph Smith. There he goes. He pulled it for $40. Now, he actually bought into this one. He didn't pull it on a star card or anything. Mr. Joseph Smith. Oh, he's right there. He's watching. You got it, Joseph. Now, Joseph, before you celebrate too much, we have to finish this, and it has to line up properly. So if I did a miscount or anything like that, it won't count. So don't get too excited till it's over. Here's TRG. Sorry, Mr. TRG. Here's Mr. Hawk. I feel like Hawk's had some tough luck. And here's Mr. Hawk. All right, there it is. All right, I think I'm going to put Hawk into the second chance box again. He has had a couple bad rounds. No way! All right, you should show this round to your wife, not the rounds where you miss. She doesn't need to know about that. All right, second chance. We're going to get Hawk a second chance card real fast. All right. I haven't won in 19 breaks. It finally happened. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Hawk's going in here. And I'm assuming you do not want the Psyduck, and that I'm taking him back. There he goes. What time is it, by the way? 4:35? Just checking the time there. $20 extension on a $2,600 item, and a $20 extension on a $7,000 item. It's time to make some new rules up for Slabaway. Slabaway extensions. The name of the update will be called Where's My Money? All right, here's this guy. I'll send for shipping. So we're shipping you the sealed box. It's not really sealed. Back in the day, they didn't seal the boxes at all. They didn't have plastic on them. Sounds good, Joseph. So it'll be $15 to ship, and it won't ship with any of your other items. It will ship only with this box. The reason we do it that way, just so we can get it nice and, well, I mean, technically, we might be able to fit the other stuff in if you have like some slabs. But we like to make it so that they don't like damage each other, and we get an appropriate sized box and all that good stuff. Let me log back into my shipping software. Hi, sexy. Oh, hey, what's up, Hathim? Hathim, he thinks I'm sexy. 60. He highlighted your name to let you know. Here we are. 2% starting at 20. Slab always. 5 to 10%, in my opinion, makes the most sense. Well, so like even if we did like 5%, for example, I think 5% of 7K is a lot. 7,000 times 0.05. Yeah, it's like 350. Imagine doing a $350 extension. That's never been done on this channel. That's a lot of money. All right, so Joseph Smith. You got 2 addresses, Joseph. That's not good. Let's see. How do I find your PayPal? New rules. It's new rules for mega slabs. Slabs that are really, really big. 350 is a good price for a 7,000. Yeah, if you think of it as a $7,000 loan, 10% of a $7,000 loan would be $700. If you paid $20 to reserve it and then $350 to extend it, that's still a shockingly cheap loan compared to if you pulled out a loan with the bank. So, Joey, Dua Lipa, new rules. Most people don't slab away something that big. Well, the reason for that also is because A, I never offer it, and B, cards were cheaper back then. So cards are reaching this new stage where they're like actually pretty serious. All right, so I see your address in PayPal, so that's what I'm going to use. And this is probably like, yeah, it's like £2. All right, good. I'm going to have Alexis just ship this one item. Just require more upfront, like 10% upfront, another 10% for renewal. That way you have more of the money from the sale sooner. Let's see. Well, I think that mortgages work kind of that way, but the reason for that is, the reason for that, I think there's a variety of reasons why they make you pay so much of a house up front, but it's to make sure you have a stake in the home, right? When it comes to the slab, I don't really care if you have a big stake in the slab. It's not a big deal to me. It's just the extension, knowing that I might have to wait a whole year to eventually recover the value of the card. That's kind of a serious issue because if I had the money now, I could reinvest it and benefit from the time value of the money. All right, Joseph Smith, I'm going to say only this. There you go. The time value of the money. Meaning if I bought, let's say I got paid for the whole box tomorrow, 7K, right? If I took that 7K and I bought $7,000 of Ascended Heroes or $7,000 of, I don't know, Destined Rivals. I'm a big fan of Destined Rivals. Presumably, by the time we reach March 2026, those have gone up in value quite a lot. So I won't have $7,000 by then. I'll have maybe $10,000. That's the time value of money. That's why it's like a loan. And at the same time, you never know. That Gengar, he might be like a $15,000 card by then. So the person who wants to put the loan on the Gengar has a benefit too. He wants the same thing, the time value of the money. Now, we're going to go ahead and create a timestamp for this in our Breaks History channel. This is going to say Tops, Nintendo, Box Break, Joseph. This occurred at 113 minutes. Boom, all right. Wow. Extension because it's worth more. I get tipped out, so my checks are only $40. I would sure do a slab away for $40 every 2 weeks. But if the slab goes up and I can't pay, then I would want to make you to make me pay more. You deserve more than for holding it, not just doing a quick flip. When it comes to the price of the card, whatever we agreed to at the time, that's perfectly fine. So, for example, like the guy with the Pikachu Gengar, he's up like $1,000 on that. The guy with the Gengar, he might be up about $3,000 on it. But that was the price I agreed to at the time and the price you agreed to. And so that part's perfectly fine with me. Sometimes people get really lucky with that stuff. I think one of the luckiest guys is actually Joey Albrecht. He's got a really big one, the Dark Charizard. But here's the deal. It's just about when do I get paid out. If I get paid out sooner than later, I get to redeploy that money. If I wait a whole year to get paid out, everything's already changed in price by then. And so I'm really kind of kicked in the balls by then. It hurts pretty bad at that point. All right, so we got this. So that's an important part of slab away. I'm kind of learning about that, actually. So let's see. Oh, what's this? Please review the attached document carefully. The buyer's requesting to terminate the sales contract. Oh, man. All right, let me see. The person who wanted to buy the house is backing out of it. Ah, wasted so much time. Let's see. Did they say why? Let's see. He didn't like the deck. The deck's tiny, dude. The stairs. Siding, damage to the siding. Yeah, we knew about that. That's in the actual... Everyone knows about that. Let's see. Eaves and fascia? Framing. Subfloor. Yeah, the floor seems kind of soft. Let's see. Plumbing. All right, so I'll have to talk to her about that. Driveway. They didn't like the driveway? Jesus, dude. Oh my God. All right. So I'm gonna stop reading this. Sorry guys, I just got the other person's inspection for how they viewed the house, and they're like, we don't like it. So I was just looking at that. All right. We have Eric Rodriguez next. He says pack split. You got it. Eric Rodriguez, pack split. Does he even know who you are? I'm going to take the house, and I'm just going to start renting it out right now. Rodriguez. The house is fine. The house isn't really a big issue. Crazy that they're like, you got to repair like 1 million things on this house. That's crazy, because you can go into it right now and live in it. Let's see, the pack split. That's going to be this guy over here. That's it, guys. I'm offering the house for rent again. You can come over here and grade cards with me. Like what we did with John. What happened to the repo channel? The repo channel. Oh, my eye's so itchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one more spot. Is that right? One more spot. They will complain to try and get a discount. Yeah. All right. So Bill Barron's done. Eric is done. Now we have to check the website. Let me give it a second. We have an order from... Looks like we had a Mark order that tried to go through on the website. Here's Mr. Nathaniel Martinez with one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarities. Ooh. Ready? All right. We're on our way. Tossing that. Here's Rocket Tracer. Ooh. Mr. Streaming through the whole day. It's almost 5 p.m. and we're gonna go past 5 p.m. a little bit. So we're not done. We got a little bit of time left together. If you guys want to place another order, feel free to place another order. I just got distracted by that update on the house. I was really hoping the house would sell, but it's looking like the seller might be interested in backing out. It's kind of annoying because we had like 100 watchers on that home. Here's a thim. He says 5 Riftbound. Oh yes, Riftbound time. So that the buyer's wasting my time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da. I'm gonna go for the day. If you were given $1 billion, would you still stream? Like $1 billion cash? Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, I'd still stream. What I'd do is I'd buy some more stuff. You know what I'd do with the $1 billion? I'd probably start hosting like tournaments and stuff like that. You know, with like a prize. There we go. I'd go invest that money into some sort of conservative investment that pays out dividends. And then I would use the dividends to host something for you guys. And then I'd just stream. Because I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. I mean, your question is kind of funny because I can retire now. I think I have enough. Like, I think we've concluded my collection's worth over $1 million at this point. And we could sell all 3 of our homes and get the money, the equity out of those homes. And then I could liquidate the entire Pokemon collection wow, look at this one. What is going on here? We've got Renata Glask, and that's a textured card. Cool. All right, Renata. We could sell every single last Pokemon card that I own, and we could sell our 3 properties and downgrade to a cheap small home, pour it all into dividends, pour it all into stock dividends, and I'm pretty sure I could potentially retire like one of those fire couples or whatever, where they try to earn a lot of money quickly and then retire. But here's the thing. I think I'd be very bored if I was retired, so I'm not the kind of person to retire. And then what do you think I would get into? Probably talking. I would have a YouTube channel where we talk about something, and it might just as well be Pokemon cards, because it's what I'm good at and it's what I enjoy. So, yeah, you wouldn't see me go anywhere. All right, there we go. I think there's a lot of people like that right now. There's people with a bank account value of like $1 million or more, and they are not interested in retiring. They were enjoying what they were doing. That's how they reached that money. You know, if you just want money, you will probably never get tons of money. You actually just have to be good or obsessed with what you're doing, and the money comes with it. I think that's true. So I was really obsessed with Pokemon cards and found myself being very successful as a result. But, you know, I wake up, I don't have a manager who's going to fire me. I don't have like somebody standing over me with like a gun or a whip saying, get back to work. I just actually put myself back to work. I really like it. Here it is. All right. Ooh. I think it's like a little game for me that I'm playing, and I just like to see it performing well, and I like coming up with rules, and I like a lot of the ideas. Ah, my eye's so itchy, dude. I think it would be cool to sort of like have somebody who I enjoy being around who doesn't like annoy me too hard and just teach them to do my job. And then just, you know, my new job becomes teaching people how to do this and how to do it really well. Here's Mr. Thim. Let's grab your bag. Rather than doing it myself, you know, like you become more like a teacher at the end. There we go. Because once you're really good at something, you feel like, you know, you've got this other job opportunity where you're teaching people the things you know. All right. Put that there. I was just wondering if you like streaming. I'm not sure what I would do without a Mr. Stream every now and then. I do like streaming. I especially like talking, and I like thinking. Talking and thinking. There we are. So we do a lot of that in our stream, and a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of, would you like fries with that? A little bit of that. One of the things that really keeps me going on this channel, there's like a puzzle I'm trying to solve all the time. And here's what the puzzle is. I'm trying to figure out how to deliver the most value to you guys while still getting paid well. So that's the trick. How do I get something that's really profitable for you and still profitable for me at the same time? So that seems to be what a good business does. It tries to deliver a lot of value, but not to do that for free. Because any business could do that for free, right? Like Taco Bell could just give out free tacos and everyone would be like, wow, I'm getting so much from Taco Bell. But Taco Bell doesn't want to just give you free tacos. It wants to give you tacos that you really want, but also be profitable while doing it. So it's sort of like a game where you're trying to create an enormous amount of value. And that's what it feels like. Here's Joseph Smith. Ship the game packs. You got it, man. And Mr. Jose Trevino, 10 Poke Shuffles. You got it. So, like, for example, if I ran this stream and it was just like a break-even stream, I would not be surprised that people are super happy with what I'm doing because, yeah, it's a charity. You know, if it was break-even, that's basically charity because you're sitting down, giving up hours and hours and hours of your time and being a host. And, oh, man, my eye's like bleeding, dude. Something got into my eye and it's itching so bad. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I pet my cat, and then sometimes I rub my eye, and the dandruff gets in my eye, and I just have like this major allergic reaction. There we go. All right, what do we got? 1, 2. Togepi Cleffa. Oh, that's a good one. You pulled a good one. And Venusaur as well. Look at you. Very nice. Much better than a cold round. All right. Mine is a Molga. Right, like sometimes I sit here and I think, what can I do as a host that is just like unbelievably valuable for people? It's hard to say. Here we are. Now, where's that Venusaur? This might be him. Oh, yes. Here we are, 75 and 45. Like if I'm hosting RNG products, how do I make the best possible RNG products? What does that look like? Oh. Off-brand Pikachus are cute AF. That's Jose Trevino. You got 2 cards out of there, Mr. Trevino. Now you can re-roll them, or you can keep them. What do you like? Hey, what's up, Michael? I think both cards are nice. That's from 2019, this one right here. And then the Pokemon Go Venusaur looks fantastic. The Pokemon Go cards are undervalued. Yeah, he's only $45, dude. Isn't that crazy? And he's from 2022. GX cards for under 100. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2019. That's a 7-year-old card from the Sun and Moon era. Yes, Birthday Pikachu from 1995. Good. I would say so. 1995 is a long time ago. When should I check back in about extending slab away? Says BP Fargus. Well, maybe we can do it live. Maybe I can just talk to AI and see what it says. Let's see what he... Okay, so we're waiting for Mr. Jose Trevino. Yeah, Karish just mentioned the buyer backed out. Let me respond to her. All right. So here's AI. We're going to say, AI, I offer a service where people can use basically a Pokemon card layaway service to pay down a card over time. It costs $20 to reserve the card for 6 months and another $20 to have an additional 6 months to pay the card out. However, here's the problem. Sometimes the card is really expensive, like $3,000 or $7,000. And I feel that, you know, allowing them to extend that for just $20 is an opportunity cost for me. Because if they don't pay the card off until the very end, I'm not able to redeploy that money in a market where the value of cards tend to go up over time. So how do I fix this? Should I charge more for the extension? What do you think? And what should it be based off of, you know, like mathematically? All right, there we go. There's our question. There's our script. Mr. Jose Trevino's keeping them. Good job, man. You did well. Let's see what AI has to say, because AI will just give me a really neutral, unemotional response, and we'll consider its advice. There we go. If you listen to 2020 Mr. versus 2026 Mr., it now sounds like he's on 1.5 times speed. Oh, well, you got to understand. So back in the day when I ran the TheCardconomist, my other channel, it's not that I didn't talk fast back then. I was a very fast talker my whole life. The difference is when I would create a guide or a piece of content, my goal was to make it sort of like ASMR. So, because I think people learn better when they could almost like relax while listening. So that was my voice acting method for that channel. So the whole channel works that way. And on this channel, we don't do any voice acting methods. You just get me live. And so you just hear me like a chatterbox. And this is how I really sound. All right, let's see what it says. So, the core problem. A $300 card and a $7,000 card cost the same amount of money to extend. This means that a small card can actually be overpriced to extend, and a large purchase can be massively underpriced. It's saying we almost have a 0% interest rate on our loans. That's financially inefficient. The correct model. You should switch from a flat fee to a percentage-based financing model. All right, so the extension fee should be a percentage of the remaining balance per month. Suggested range, 3% per month on remaining balance. Oh, per month. Very interesting. See, that gets tricky, man. Why this works. Let's compare. Current model, $5,000 card, extend for 20 months. Oh, so it says there should just be a monthly fee to it after the 6 months. Huh. Let's see. Here's option B. Keep your original model, but add a 2% on the remaining balance so we can continue to allow the extension to be $20, but you have to pay 2% more on the total card. What does that look like? So 7,000 times 2%, which is 140. Huh. Your inventory is not neutral. It appreciates. That means your true cost isn't just the time value money, it's the lost upside. It also says that one of the problems is that I do not have a late payment model. So if you are too slow to pay the slab down, I actually lose money that way too. That's interesting. Let's see. It said instead of extensions, it should be a membership-based financing, meaning that layaway is based on a model where you pay a subscription fee to continue to be allowed to pay the slab down. What? I don't know about that. Bottom line, yes, you should absolutely charge more. Convert your system into a percentage-based financing model. All right, so then for Pokemon cards, if I have a $3,000 card and a $7,000 card, and they want an additional 6 months to pay them down, what do you think the percentage should be for that extension? All right, there you go. We're jumping over here to Mr. Athim. He says 5 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Verity V's. Mr. Athim, it's so nice to have you here. Miss. It means Mr. would have to do more work. There, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. I don't know about like a monthly extension fee. I don't know if I like that, but maybe that makes sense. Like maybe you don't need to extend it for like 6 months. Maybe you just want to extend it for 1 month, you know, and you can save a lot of money doing that. So maybe that does make the most sense. All right, recommended pricing 2.25% per month. Interesting. 157. So the $7,000 card would be $157 to extend it per month. Whoa. It also says I have to charge based on the remaining balance, not the original price. So the extension fee should be based on how much you have left that you owe. Huh. Charge up to 2% per month on the remaining balance for a 6-month extension. All right. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and snip this up. Mary School at Sarah. So that was AI's suggestion, is that the extension should not be a full 6 months. The extension should be a per month option, and it should be based on like 2% of the remaining balance. Very interesting. Maybe we'll do it that way. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of calculation. Here's Songs of the Dominators, Spirit Starter, and Yummy Surprise. Ooh. There we go. Grabbing this. Here's Dark Magician. Whoa. Very nice. Dark Magician. That looks like a good pull, actually. You got him as a Starlight Rare. Hey, what are we doing, mister? Hey, what's up, Miss Mary? That's a cold pack. We're talking about changes to slab away when it comes to extremely expensive cards, which is something we've never really dealt with before. All right. But cards these days are really expensive. So now we're dealing with it. Maybe we could call it the Mega Slab Away. We are. You got to keep them KU English My Little Ponies. You're going to get them KU English My Little Ponies. There's some big money hits in there. I guess the current My Little Ponies we have don't really sell for very much. But I have seen the KU My Little Pony cards on the shelves at Target. I've seen that, actually. Dark Magician. Maybe it would be funny to buy like 1 box of them and let them sell. Starlight Dark Magician. I don't think that's bad, Mr. Thim. I think you might have just pulled a nice one. Does AI dream of electric sheep? There we are. Call it for what it is. Rich slab away. I think mega slab away is the term we'll use. Mega slabs. Slabs that are maybe like over $2,000 in value, which is quite a lot. Geez, even at $1,000, it's a lot. I mean, 10% of a $1,000 slab would be $100. Ah, my eye is so bleeding. 10 people were taken to hospital in the Louisiana Mall. Damn. So, I think we're heading closer to the end of the stream here, guys. Do I see another order in the queue? Oh, here we are. Mr. Andre Olivier. What's up, man? He says he wants a one-piece OP10 and a Pokemon Ancient Roar. All right. We still got to hand out Sarah's box, don't we? That is all right. All right. Here we are. Ancient Roar and OP10. Is this OP10? Ah, there it is. All right, found it. Blech. Hey, what's up, Mr. Andre? The good times never last, Wolf. Slabaway is going to be like buying WrestleMania tickets only for the rich. I think the vast majority of Slabaway slabs will not be affected, but if you have a Slabaway slab that's like multiple thousands of dollars, I think that it's really a very big cost on my side for you to extend it to 6 months and then maybe pay it down extremely slowly. There's actually a really bad cost to that. It's like a loan with no interest. You are? All right. That's for Mr. Andre. Hey, what's up, Mr. Andre? You got one Galissapod. Here we are. Do you think you will ever get a good Monster Hunter again? Oh, we will ever get a good Monster Hunter again. I'm afraid not, Mary. It's not in the cards anymore. What breaks are about to bust, mister? How's the binder break? Oh, it's close. Binder break's got 3 people in it, I think. Is it 3 people or 2 people? Let me look. I'm gonna look, okay? So the binder break, look how fat that is. You guys see how fat that is? It's gotten real large. It's got Bryce in it, and it's got Mr. Hawk in it. Okay, it's got 2 people in it. It's got all kinds of stuff in it now. Which is really full. Look, I added some Shinji Kondas in there. And some Dusclopses. There's a Magikarp. There's a Badoo. We got, this is like a whole packet of cards. I don't even know what's in there. We got a promo card. We had some Mario. We got some Chinese Eevees. We got some more Shinji Kondas. Those are gradable in my opinion. Here's a little Charmeleon if you like that. Here's Charmander promo. Here's some Magikarps. Here's another Shinji Konda. I've just been noticing those. Here's some XY evolutions. Searching for the word in my head. Some yellow border hollows like this Houndoom. Pretty nice. All right, we get up here. We got some Star Wars, some Tops. Jigglypuff. Here's a Charizard. Okay, we got some of these really expensive poker cards. The poker cards, by the way, are super expensive. It's one of the things I've learned. Like, look, this is Redback Wartortle. Very nice. Here's another promo of the Ghastly, Pikachu, Golem, Ninetales. There's a Gengar, Kyogre, Beldum. We got Gyarados, Zekrom, Mew. So there you go. So it's a pretty broad variety of cards, and we're just continuously adding to it. It's pretty. I think this is easily worth like $225 or something now. I don't think it's worth $160 anymore. Remember when you used to time me out? Good behaving ones get head pats. So that's the binder break. You might enjoy it if you like having a whole bunch of cards. Now, over here, we also have 2 people. It's Mr. Hawk. This is the jumbo pack break. So 2 in both of those. Very nice. Mew EX Celebrations is nice. I've been a bad viewer, Mary. You could put a rule that X amount has to be paid per month, as well as like $1,000 slabs has to have minimum 20. Yeah, there's all kinds of things going on, right? So like if we actually go over to, when we're talking about the slabaways, if we head over to these slabaways, where were they actually? Who were they for? I can't remember who they were for now. I think they were in the beads, weren't they? So Brandel Vargas, he's got the Kardos Gengar, and that one was slabbed away in March, and it doesn't really have too much on it yet, although it was only slabbed away in March, so I guess that was kind of recently. But then we have the Pikachu Gengar. That one was from February, and that one doesn't really have much paid off on it. And that one was, yeah, that one started in February, so that was a while ago. And I just think that our system of Sabaways really, it works very well, I think, for cards up to $1,000. which is what we've sold for all these years. For the most part, the vast majority of cards are like $1,000, maybe a little more, but usually a lot less. But once you break into like these higher tiers where the cards are actually really expensive, like a true financial asset, you're talking like $5,000 now or something, or $3 or something like that. At that point, I think you have to almost look at it a little more seriously and treat it like a real thing. You can't just say, yeah, why don't you just borrow this $7,000 card from me for maybe a year and we just won't think too hard about it or something like that. I think that that's very generous, but I think as a business, it's not a good design. I just woke up, says Mr. Hawk. Mr. Hawk! All right, we've talked about it ad nauseum. You guys know that term, ad nauseum? I'm going to hit refresh over here. I thought Alex was the first mod. Who was the first mod? I don't even remember. I don't remember who the very first mod was. It might have been Mahasvara, which we don't see him very often, but he comes in from time to time and makes a purchase. It might have been Mahasvara all those years back. Look at this nice Tifa. This Tifa is from Opus 1. Check that out. See, Opus 1. Very cool. That's the very first Final Fantasy Opus set that Square Enix actually printed themselves. Here is a Zack Full Art for just $39. Wow, look at that. Here's a Portgas the Ace for $75. And here's a Broly Vigor. Whoa. Whoa. Louis for mod. I was thinking we make Louis the biggest mod. What do you guys think? If we don't get Louis mod in here, are we even a real stream? I was there when Mister used to stream his Coca-Cola live streams on Vine. What a time. What? Oh, man. I gotta look at this over here. So there's no orders in the queue at the moment. There's no orders in the queue. And I kind of want to look at this thing again. So okay. I responded to that email. Ah, that's too bad, man. I really wanted that house to sell and to not think about it anymore. Here's Poopachu. Here's Giratina. Here's these guys here. Lovely. If you do get the new pony, you have to get English. The Chinese version is basically worthless. Ah, my eye. Do you remember Kingston? Yeah, I bet you Kingston pops in another time someday. He's getting older too, you know. He's a year older this year. How old do you think he is this year? 15 maybe? So give him 3 more years, he'll be an adult. Repo time? I don't think it's repo time. We're in April. Mister, what are you getting me for my birthday? Kingston probably 40 now. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to sneak away, guys. I want to talk to Cares about the home. What time? We've done 140 minutes. Let's go ahead and hand out this last spot. We got one more spot. This is the Sarah giveaway. Oh, we hit 53 likes. We hit 40 likes a while back. So we definitely need to hand this out. All right, there we are. So type in Sarah, and let's see who gets that last spot. Hire Kingston. Mister never gets me anything on my birthday other than dry walls. That's the cake. What? All right, the winner is Mr. Joe DeGee. All right, we know who that is. Let's just go ahead and get the dice out. Landed on 13. 13, who's that? Opticody? All right, pulled by Opticody. Is Opticody here? Opticody, what are we doing here, Opticody? I don't know his bag name. All right, Opticody it is. So close. Let me set this here. Opticody, what a lucky guy. I think I do have some slabs I need to price up. So these guys right here are owned by Austin Albert, and he wants them consigned, I believe. Okay. And then I believe, what's this? Here's another Austin Albert. So he also got this one. So those need to be consigned. And then I don't know if this guy even is with us anymore. His name's Tony Leahy. Tony Leahy. I think this is an expired one or abandoned. Okay, he's not in there. Let's check over here. Tony Leahy. He's not over there. So this is most likely abandoned. Check this out. We got a lot of abandoned Cardconomist slabs. This one's going to be Tangela and Tangela. Whoa. I want the card inside to kind of head more to the right. Oh, he's in there. He's nice and tight, actually. Maybe that's a good thing, because he's kind of suspended upward, too. That's kind of nice. All right. So there is a lenticular. Ooh. He's here, mister. Open it. Oh, yes. All right. Opticody's here. Very optimal. Good luck. What's the name of the bag on this one? Let's see. Mr. hates us when it's important. What are you talking about? Let's go ahead and snip this. No, actually, in vertical mode, if I use the app to read the comments, the app is like really bad for reading comments. Did you know that? I get to see like 6 comments, and then your comment gets pushed up right away. So it's a very bad, very, very bad screen. If I want to have a better like comment section, I have to go open it up on the web browser. Oh, my eye's killing me, dude. I'm having like an allergic reaction in my right eye too. It's like horrible. My eye's burning like I put hot sauce in it. You need a big monitor. I got something big. Snip this. Ready? Oh man, my eyes are burning so bad. What is in my eye, dude? There's something in my eye really bad. It's like a chemical or something. I swear to God, it's definitely cat dandruff or something. I don't know. I'm getting an allergic reaction. Hot sauce fly pooped in your eyes. Oh my God, bro. Let's see. Ugh. Let's grab these packs and see what you pulled. So here's Arbok. Rubbing helps. Day 84 of asking Mr. Wash his bed sheets. I'm going to keep them nice and crusty. Here's Marowak. Oops. We got Machamp, the hollow. Here's Amistar, Homie-Star. Here's Cloyster. All right. Imagine the Pikachu Gengar pops out of here. How insane would that be? On a free box. Starmie, sometimes known as Homie. Here's Jolteon. So Opticody, what's the name of the bag this time, Mr. Opticody? Oh, my eyes are burning so bad. I'm going to go wash my eyes out. Execute. Here's a Raichu. What do we got? Oh, Gloom. That's cute. I like Gloom. Making Mr. Wash's bedsheet speedrun. I think I have an eyelash in my eye. I think that's what's going on. I think I have an eyelash in there. I'm moving my eye around and I can feel something stuck in there. Oh, ow. Yeah, I have like an eyelash in my eye. I don't know. That's what's going on. If I move my eyeball around, I feel it. Oh. Don't you guys hate that? Ah, it's the worst feeling ever. Yeah, there's something in my eye right now. Oh. Oh. I burned so bad. I'm going to try not to touch it. All right. Oh, man, I'm like blind now. Mister, where's these hunter cards you spoke of yesterday, Discord? Oh, they're around. All right, there it is, Mr. Opticody. Always something with this guy. I'm not making it up. You think I'm making it up? There's something in my eyeball right now. Look, it's all red. Oh. God, dude. I got something stuck in my eye right now. It's just bad luck. You just hang out with me a lot. You're in the stream a lot. Of course you know when something goes wrong. Oh. It's the dirty of your house. There you go. I'm going to send Mary back to speaking English school. Stink eye. I got the pink eye for my dirty sheets, guys. Ah, man. Mary was right. Now, I like the pink eye. That's the best part. Opticody. Did Opticody need a new bag? So, if he told me he has a bag, I did not get to see it. Cody Sabring. There it is. Hey, hey, Mr. Cody. All right. Sorry about that, Cody. Cody, it's hard for me to memorize YouTube names and add them into the real names. Because if you think about it, that means memorizing 2 names per person. There we go. It's cost now. Very nice. Thank you so much to Miss Sarah for the wonderful giveaway. Clean sheets are the best. I like a little stink in my sheets. You know what I'm saying? I like a little, oh man, nice and stinky. So this is Tangle of 9, and it's a lenticular card, and I don't know. It's just an abandoned lenticular card. We'll make it 12 bucks. Damn, TCC's getting older. I could cry, bro. I'm looking older? Hey! I'm looking young and spratty. What are you talking about? I'll be sure to thank Sarah. I don't think anyone knows what you mean. I like when the sheets are so crusty, they stand up by themselves. That's my favorite. So it's 5:17, and I'm dying to go talk to Karis about the housing situation because the house, it went through inspections, and the buyer wants to back out of the sale now. So I'd like to talk to the real estate agent. I'd like to talk to Karis about what we do next. And I'd like to get whatever this eyelash or whatever is out of my eye. You should look into Topps Advanced. A little pricey, but some of the best a year of undervalued Pokemon cards. You're talking about Topps Advanced? Because I have that, I think, right now. I think I've got it. I'm sick. I'm sick. Bro, I just want to hug you, man. So many good memories. Take care of yourself. Yeah. I need to go sent the 12, mister, says Ivan. All right, this is for Ivan Rodriguez. Okay. Very nice. Oh. Oh. We're going to be back on anyways tonight. You guys know that, right? We're going to be back on for the late night stream for Thursday. Sometimes the late night stream is really busy because Thursday night happens to also be Friday morning at 12 a.m. So I'll see you guys in the Thursday nighttime stream. I think I'm going to go wash my eye out because I've got like an eyelash stuck in my eye right now. It's hurting like crazy. It's burning. And then, yeah, I want to talk about this other thing. So I'm going to hop off here, guys. Really nice stream. Very busy one, actually. Mr. Mark was the big buyer in the daytime stream. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. I'm going to hop off, and for tonight, we'll pick a new giveaway. We got a lot of breaks that are actually really close, and I can't wait to see how they end and who picks them up. And we get to pick new breaks. All right, see you later, everybody.